Hello everyone, my name is Chiedoze, and today I'll be talking about the criterion for the EB2 NIW, and I'll be going through it and providing you details on how you could, strengthen your petition if you're in the process of writing your petition, and how you could, you know, gather more evidence to ensure that you get a successful petition. Because sometimes this the EB2 NIW it seems tricky because you are not the one that makes the final determination. Is the visa, the immigration officer. So I believe today's video will be helpful. Feel free to stay to the end of this video, as I'll also be sharing letters from USCIS demonstrating why they denied someone's petition. Now, why I say this, that I'll be providing a letters to show why they deny someone's petition, I want you to understand that every petition is looked at case by case basis. Why what happened to A may not happen to B. I want us to keep that in mind as we watch this video. However, if you feel you're getting value for this video, feel free to like my video, share my video, and if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell so you'll be notified each time I post a new video. I'll try my best to post new video every Wednesday or Thursday, so that I will keep you updated with how to get your petition approved. Now let's dive into this video. I'll be looking down because I'm looking at my screen and camera where I'm looking at the USCIS website where they have the criteria. So let's go. The USCIS says to assess whether evidence meets any regulatory criteria, they say that why officers should consider the quality and caliber of the evidence to determine whether a particular regulatory criterion has been met. Officers should not yet make determination regarding whether or not the beneficiary qualifies for exceptional ability in this first step. Now, the the stuff that I'm looking at is the exceptional ability route, and I'm trying to use that as a way to demonstrate that, because it's actually the criteria that they need, technically meet the one that goes for the advanced degree route. And the USCIS goes further to say that the initial evidence must include at least three of the following six types of evidence listed in the regulation. An official academic record showing the beneficiary has a degree, diploma, certificate, or similar award from a college, university, school, or other institution of learning related to the area of exceptional ability. Now, this one is easy. So once you have a degree, uh, something that looks like a degree or bachelor's degree, master's, you already meet these criteria. And they go on to say that evidence in the form of letters from current or former employees showing that the beneficiary has at least 10 years of full-time experience in the occupation in which he or she is being sought. And now, this one seems tricky because you don't want to let the employee know, especially if you're outside the country, that you're trying to leave them. So this one might be kind of not so easy to get. But if your employer can provide you a letter to show that you have at least 10 years of full-time experience, that will be great. And the next one says a license to practice the profession or certification for a particular profession. Now, at this point, I would say this one seems quite easy, because if you're working in a full, let's say you're in the tech industry, you have certification as a Tableau analyst, certified cybersecurity specialist, or even something like certified pharmacy technician, something that shows you a license to practice in your field or profession, you already meet this criteria. And the next one says that evidence that a beneficiary has commanded a salary or other remuneration for services that demonstrates exceptional ability. And what do they mean? They go on to say that to satisfy this criterion, the evidence must show that this beneficiary has commanded a salary or remuneration for services that is indicative of his or her claim exceptional ability relative to others working in the field. So this one is kind of tricky because most times USCIS, I use the word most times, USCIS will prefer that you go to US Department of Statistics to look at the salary that the average salary they put there and compare it with the salary of the petitioner. And if your salary is at the top 10%, as in 90th percentile, it qualifies into this criteria. And the next one says evidence of membership in professional association. Now, I want us to put our feet on this evidence of professional organization, because I'm going to come back to this one, but it's actually one of the criteria they need. And the next one is evidence of recognition for achievement and significant contribution to the industry or field by peers, government entities, or professional or business organization. I think that this one that if you have gotten a reward or letter of recognition from your boss or from a government entity or from your peers saying that you did exceptionally in the work that was given to you, it makes more sense. It could fit into this criteria. And yeah, and at this point I would want to point out that I feel, this is my opinion, that scholarship and funding while getting a graduate degree may not fit into this criteria, unless it is from a government entity and it is in recognition of your exceptional ability. Because I have read somewhere that USCIS does not recognize your academic performance as exceptional ability. Hence, this is why I say that scholarship and awards, that in terms of funding for your academic degree, might not fit into the, but I'm not USCIS. I don't approve the cases. Now let's go deeply to look at some of the things that I've found. Now we have gone through the criteria. Let's move further to see, because I have a document that someone sent me recently from a denier that was given to them. Now let's go further to look at this document. I'm providing a screenshot because I cannot provide the entire document because of privacy issues. And USCIS wrote, as such, the submitted evidence does meet this criteria. Upon review, USCIS finds that the beneficiary has met at least 3 of the 6 criteria. As such, the evidence does establish the beneficiary is recognized as an individual of exceptional ability. Now, if you were to meet this criterion in your petition, it might look as if, well, USCIS is going to approve my petition. No, it does not work that way. And why would I say so? Because when I go down on looking at USCIS website, USCIS goes on to say that meeting the minimum requirements by providing at least 3 types of initial evidence does not in itself establish that the beneficiary in fact meets the requirement for exceptional ability classification, because the officers must also consider the quality of the evidence and also evaluate the evidence together when considering the petition in its entirety for the final merits determination. And it means that the USCIS must determine whether or not the petitioner by a preponderance of the evidence. Now, I have a friend that likes this word. This preponderance of the evidence has demonstrated that the beneficiary has a degree of expertise significantly above that ordinarily encountered in the sciences, arts, or business. And I will tell you that this actually tells me why that you might meet the 3 criteria, but USCIS feels that you are not well positioned to advance your proposed endeavor, because they have to look at the quality of evidence that you provided. Wait, how can I weigh it on a scale? Does it meet what we are looking for? Does it demonstrate that I have a degree of expertise, not actually the degree itself, like a quantity of expertise significantly above that ordinary encountered in the sciences, arts, or business, because the NIW is for anyone in any field. Now, let's go on to say, now let's come back to this other person's petition, because USCIS has already said that he met at least 3 of the 6 criteria, and therefore they think that he qualifies as someone with exceptional ability. But they go on to say that the evidence submitted does not support the self-petitioner statement that after consideration of the following non-exhaustive list of factors, among others, the beneficiary is well positioned to advance the proposed endeavor. Now, they look at the skills, they look at the person's progress he's made, the interest of potential customers. Now, I would say that these are just generic statements that put in every denier. And they said, therefore, the petitioner has not established that the beneficiary is well positioned to advance the proposed endeavor. Hence, we are denying this case. Now, it becomes clear that USCIS is looking for more than just you meeting the minimum criteria, meaning that you have to go above and beyond to demonstrate that you have skills that is relatively high above the average person in your field. That is why it's called the exceptional ability route. And I believe that this goes the same way for those who are applying, who are using the advanced degree route, because they have similar criteria to meet, the same requirement, degree of expertise, evidence of degree, evidence of license to practice your field, and also the membership of professional organization, recognition. They have relatively the same thing. So the same thing can be used to judge the same criteria, both for the exceptional ability route and for the advanced degree route. So therefore, when putting your petition together, you be sure to demonstrate to USCIS, that you have excelled more than the average person in your field. That, and if the more now let me put this in another way: the more evidence you provide to demonstrate that you are someone with an exceptional ability or have advanced degree, the more better they will be able to the more likely they'll be able to approve your petition. Now, let's go to the next one, because I promised you earlier that I'm going to come back to this membership of professional organization. And here I have a denial letter where USCIS is saying that, furthermore, the petitioner assessed that considering that he has achieved 9 years of active membership with the Society of Petroleum Engineers, a global professional organization that serves oil and gas industry, signals hungers for knowledge, global competitiveness, and a drive to succeed in his or her proposed endeavor. And it's funny because USCIS denied one of the reasons they gave for denying the case. That USCIS goes on to say, USCIS continues to acknowledge the professional petitioners' memberships in association. However, it is not uncommon for individuals studying a professional field to join associations for mentorship. And this is a sad news for this petitioner, because this membership of professional organization should be and is part of the requirement that forms evidence in the criterion. However, USCIS is saying, well, you provided this evidence, we acknowledge it, we see it, but it is not uncommon, which means that it is common that you join this professional organization. It doesn't mean anything to us. While when I read this document, I was almost in tears for this petitioner, because I wanted the case to be approved. But USCIS says no. Again, if you have problems with crafting your petition, feel free to hit me. My contact details is in the link in the description. But let's come back to this whole thing. This is a sad story for this petitioner, and I will tell you, it happens. If you're having troubles with USCIS, feel free to go through their criteria once more, read every evidence, every details that are provided in the website, and look for how you could improve your petition, adding anything you could, that you feel that will be needed to make your petition stronger. Now, let's keep in mind that USCIS is saying that meeting the criteria, meeting at least 3 out of the 6, or meeting more than 3 out of the 6 does not mean you have, you excel more than the significantly average person in your field. Now, do I think that I believe that it is the job of the petitioner to demonstrate this, to show that you have excelled above the average person in your field, but it is for USCIS to decide. Thank you for watching my video. I believe that I've been able to show you how you could successfully apply for the EB2 NIW. Feel free to leave me a comment below. And if you have received any similar, shocking letter from USCIS, put it in the comments section below. Let's look at it and let's see how we could help everyone in this community. Thank you. Peace out.